We're learning.
Luckily, we're all in the name tags, otherwise.
That would be for me too.
No, that must be Gail's. Larry was mine originally, and I gave it to her because she treasures school things.
Did you come over here? Did you come over for that? Did you? Oh my gosh. Is it here as well, or not?
Down there, and the farm over there.
What?
There's like 4 or 5 of them.
So this tent is then a carryover from that, actually? Yeah. Oh. Well, they had a little duel in the paper this morning about this Port Oneida, and they implied several thousand.
I bet for the whole day, I mean, when they...
Oh, yeah. Is that part of the party now? It's still private? Okay. Oh, so it is in the family. Okay.
But we'll probably have to sell it though, because I mean, right now I'm the reason I'm supposed to sell here, I have some I got a 60 barn.
They fill up quick, no?
Oh, amazing how you can fill up quick.
No. It's great to see you.
They probably throw me out and I don't have to get in.
For 4 years, I had a place down here, my mother did.
Another California.
We're hoping to spend probably
Look at this. One of the seniors, you know.
Yeah, we see Bill's and Sally's.
This world history.
You didn't give me a very good tag.
Right now is that we need it for like Charles Hattie was going to be just getting reacquainted. People aren't going to want to sit down and fill things out and stuff. But
There's only have to be aware of this place. The history of the Olsen Reunion, the feelings on the intricate and scattered. So you want to hit them beforehand because otherwise...
Frank Lance. I'm the husband of the youngest of the Olsen girls, Virginia. And we used to come up here a lot when the people were elderly, you know. And Jenny spent a lot of time here in her later years. I would drive up from East Lansing. They were wonderful people. This was a great family to be accepted into. That's about all, I guess.
Bramer. I'm Larry Bramer's wife. Herman and Edna Bramer are his folks, Other than that, I really don't know. I have no idea who all these people are.
I'm Emma Olsen's daughter. And Charles and Hattie were my grandparents. There used to be a deer that they had raised where it had lost its mother, and it would come every year at hunting season to hide out in the barn with the cattle.
And your name?
Janine Olsen Cutler. And this is my husband, Bob.
Okay. And would you care to tell
anything
about the family?
We live in South Carolina now, so I don't know if they got booby prizes. Maybe we'll get the prize for the ones that travel the farthest to get here. They do that,
And your name?
Keith Bramer.
And how are you related
I
to?
am Ben Bramer's son, who is Hattie Olsen's brother.
Okay, and how far did you come to get here today?
About 4 miles. We live on Little Traverse Lake.
Okay.
Amy Bramer, and I am Aunt Hattie's great grand niece.
Okay. Okay, and you want to tell your name and tell your name a little bit about, you know, anything you feel like? Okay. And you grew up here?
Yeah.
Grew up here on the farm. And Tom has a lot of tapes. Tom has already recorded you extensively, right? My husband, Tom Van Zorn?
Yeah. Oh, I talked to him a minute ago.
Yeah.
Doris Bramer, I'm Aunt Hattie's niece. My dad and her Aunt Hattie were brother and sister.
Okay.
And, I don't know what else.
Anything else you want to say about the reunion, or how far you came to get here?
Oh, I live here.
You live here, just down the street.
On Big Fisher Lake.
Oh, okay.
So Tom and I are supposed to get together one time and talk over family, but we haven't so far.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll get to it one of these days.
Yeah, I've been here since 1949, and we'll stay here for the rest of my life.
Okay.
My name is Arlene Wilkinson, and I'm Emil Olsen's granddaughter.
Pabst, I'm from Marlette, Michigan, and I'm the neighbors of Clarence and Marlene Phillips. And how you doing? A friend to Arlene Wilkinson.
Debbie Phillips, Marilyn and Clarence Phillips' daughter-in-law. Glenn's my husband, the Emil's grandson. I'm Mary Bramer, and I'm Aunt Edna's niece by marriage. And I remember her. She used to come over here and visit her. And I can remember her making a little quilt for my daughter. She was a great person.
Hi, Mike Davidson. I married Peggy Phillips Clarence for Marilyn Phillips, who is Emil's daughter, Marilyn. Married the youngest Phillips.
Chuck Olsen. And my dad was Verlin Olsen. And I'm from Croswell, Michigan.
Okay.
And you?
Your name and how you're related.
Okay. My name is Sally Weir. It was Woodcock, Sally Woodcock Weir, and Garnet Olsen Woodcock is my mother, and Garnet is the daughter of Hattie and Charles. Okay.
Okay.
I'm Sally's sister-in-law, was married to her brother David.
And your name?
Oh, Connie. Woodcock Boomer. Is that what I...
Ready?
Yep.
Hi, I'm Lance Olsen. I'm Verlin Olsen's grandson.
Bramer.
Wait, your name again? There?
Larry Bramer. And Aunt Hattie and Uncle Charlie was my aunt and uncle.
Okay.
Ed Zentek, my wife Lorraine, she's the Olsen. I'm her husband.
Krista Zentek, my husband. John Zentek is
Orville Olsen's grandson. And this is my wife, and this is my youngest son, Josh.
This is Orville's great-grandson.
Orville
Olsen's great-grandson, Josh. And then the other one, our other one is Bradley.
Somewhere around.
Okay. And you are John Zentek.
John Zentek, Orville's grandson.
Look in the video camera.
Okay, we'll start with you.
Okay, my name is Stephanie Leffler, and I'm Emil's great-granddaughter.
Okay,
and these are my children. Can you say your name?
Kennedy?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Madeline. Madeline, can you say hi?
Let's see, turn around, Madeline. Oh.
Madeline, look at.
Okay, Madeline. Okay. Hi. Okay.
Hi, I'm Bob Langs, and I'm Virginia Olsen, one of the middle daughter, yesterday the youngest daughter of the Olsen clan, and I'm here from California. And as a kid, we spent kindergarten here living with Grandma, and all the outbuildings we used to play in, the smoker we used to play in, and the barn up there, we used to build forts with my cousin Davy Woodcock. And Uncle Everett came in one day after we were gone, and he seen all our forts and tunnels. He about had a heart attack. So that's my memory of the Olsen.
Okay.
I'm Bill Olsen, Orville's son. Charles is my grandfather. A lot of memories coming down here and playing when we were kids, visiting with Grandma, and that's about it, I guess.
I'm Clarence Phillips, and my wife is Marilyn, and she was Marilyn Olsen. That was Emil Olsen's daughter. And my biggest memory would be coming up here with my father-in-law and deer hunting a couple of years, and just come up for a wedding once and stayed. And that's about all I was here.
Wait, now you got to start now.
Okay. I'm Linda Olsen. I'm married to Bill Olsen. And this is his great-grandfather's place. And his son took over, and then he sold it to the choir.
Lisa Stanley, and I'm Carol Olsen's daughter, which is Orvie Olsen's granddaughter. And I'm from Bay City, Michigan, and I remember coming up here and seeing people in the house. I remember that beautiful brown archway in the house, and as soon as I walked in that part of the house, like, oh, I've been here before, so that's all I remember.
Yeah. He said when he was a kid it felt huge. So is this a bedroom?
This may have been there before.
I love the high ceilings, the big you know, Buzz's picture of this place should be.
Oh, okay.
I'm Adam Ziegler, Barb Olsen's son. She's the daughter of Orville Olsen. This is my fiancée, Megan Mazurk.
Hi, I'm Bob Langs again, Jenny's son. When we were young kids, they used to raise chickens out here in the back, and they had a pen back there. We'd capture the chickens. Uncle Orvie would chop off their heads. They'd put them into a drain where they'd drain the blood out of them. And it was us kids' jobs to run the chickens into this bathroom where the bathroom is right now. And all my aunts, my Aunt Myrtle, my mom, Aunt Peggy, everybody would process the chickens through here. And as a little kid, we grabbed one of the chickens with its head cut off, and we dropped it, and it ran across the yard. And three of us were laughing so hard we could barely even catch it. But a chicken with head cut off will run. That's the end of the story.
Okay.
Okay, just one second here.
You got your cap on.
Oh, that's why. Very good. Thank you.
Okay, I am Craig Langs. I am Virginia's son. Virginia was the youngest of the Olsen children. This is my wife Debbie, and this is some of the children and grandchildren. This is Stevie and his wife Corey, and these are grandchildren. Jacob and Jade.
This is Jacob here.
Yeah.
And this must be Jade here.
Yeah. And there are 3 other children, and 2 of them are married. One's about to be married. Right now there's 13 grandchildren.
Where's she ever at? You don't think it's just like you wouldn't believe it. Did only tell you that? I've seen pictures. And because Christine last year, because Christina is part of my right? And then he said no. And then she was in UMF. We didn't see anybody on TV. I know we wanted them to get together and everything. We're both too busy.
I didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
Midlife, teenager, that's right, he was born about 1880. Here's the question.
My husband. Okay. He wants to make sure justice is. Yeah, he's got it.
His parents died.
Weren't you married when only together?
Hey, Lorraine, I don't know what you like.
William and Mary were. Peter would have been your grandfather's brother, right? Your grandfather's uncle.
I think I'll run and jump in Lake Michigan when we get through. You what? I think I'll run and jump in Lake Michigan when we get through.
Put your shorts on and be comfortable next time.
Okay, and your name is?
Bruce Denton. I'm Verlin Olsen's grandson.
Okay.
I'm Gail Denton Mack. Verlin is my grandfather. Hattie and Charles are my great-grandparents. And I just talked to your husband and told him some stories on the tape. So.
Very good.
Okay.
Anna Mack, and I'm Verlin Olsen's great-granddaughter, is it? Is that what it says? Yep, great-granddaughter. Gail Mack, Denton was her maiden name, is my mom. I'm here with her, and this is my dog, Duncan.
Okay, this is Duncan.
This is Duncan.
My name is Hallie Kortz, and I'm Orville Olsen's granddaughter. And this is my son, Otto Kortz. And this is my daughter, Ruby Kortz.
Ruby, can you look over here?
Ruby.
Okay. Hi, Ruby.
Hi, I'm Eric Sipper, and I'm Verlin Olsen's great-grandson. I'm having a great time here.
Yeah?
This is my sister.
Hi, I'm Lauren, and I am Verlin's great-granddaughter.
Okay.
I am Rachel Stein, previously Olsen. I am Orville's granddaughter and Charles and Hattie's great-granddaughter.
Can you get these people?
He said this is probably the biggest family picnic I had ever done.
Oh, here's the photographer.
Yeah.
And you're just filming it right now,
Yep.
Alice? Okay.
I'm just filming them.
Yeah.
There's several faces in the back. I can't see it all. They're hiding, probably on purpose.
I tried. I don't know what else to say.
In the far back, this lady right here, she has a hat, but it's not hers. It's somebody else's. Ah, there we go. That's the one. All right.
You gonna say when?
That's good. I think I can see everybody. Now just stay there. I don't suppose you guys do anything other than look sour, right? There you go, all right. You should see this guy down here. Woo.
My last picture. That's it, I got one.
And they all are sitting in chairs. They shouldn't be, but.
Right. Okay. Where's my brothers? Craig,
Okay. Is this all of them now? Let's kind of try to fan around the front chair.
Yeah, Bill's here. Okay.
You weren't interested in that, were you? Okay, let's get the one in the back. Get everybody up as close forward as we can. Right up to the chair. And we'll kind of fan into here because we got people hiding right here. Hit a couple, I think. Everybody else?
Has everybody gotten theirs?
Are you good?
Yeah.
I'm done.
So who are you?
I'm Orville's boy. Olsen. I'm Jerry Olsen, Orville Olsen.
Okay, and what is your... do you have any memories of this place?
So my grandpa and grandma lived here.
And you used to visit them?
Yes. Yes, I used to come down here and see them on average once a week when they were... I used to enjoy it. Used to come here and walk around, drive the horses.
Yeah? Oh.
Tell me when.
And you are?
Diane Russell, and I am Amo and Gertie's granddaughter, and the great-granddaughter of the Olsens, and I came up from Brighton, Michigan.
She's a school teacher.
Okay, let's see here. And who is this?
Verlin Olsen's great-great-grandson.
Okay, and his name again was?
Orlando Van Leeuwen.
Orlando Van Leeuwen. And how old is he?
Orlando is going to be 2 at the end of August.
And what's your relationship to him?
I'm his grandfather.
Okay. Started, and you are?
I am Steve Fortnam, and I'm husband of Linda Langs, who is daughter of Virginia Olsen.
Okay. Started? Okay, you are?
Hi, I'm Linda Langs Fortnam. I'm the daughter of Virginia, youngest daughter of Charles and Hattie Olsen.
Okay, thank
What
you.
else?
Okay, and you are?
Lorraine Zentek, and I'm the daughter of Orville Olsen, who's one of the 9 children of Charlie and Hattie. And the good memories are the dinners and just the family gatherings at the farm.
Okay, and you are?
My name's Christine Olsen King. My father was John Olsen. My memories of here are only summer memories because we were always living far away and came here. I had a surprise birthday party here one August, which was really fun. Had my first sleepover with Janice and Nancy in the big house. So lots of good memories.
Wait a sec till I get it started.
All right.
Okay, and you are?
You're started. My name is Glenn Phillips. I would be Grandpa Olsen is my mother is Marlene Olsen Phillips, and I used to visit this farm when I was quite young, but I can remember my great-grandma Olsen in that house. We'd come up to visit her. I don't know how old I would be, but I was old enough to remember her. We farm, my grandpa would be Amo Olsen, and we milk cows and farm my grandpa Olsen's farm, and we're Phillips Farms now. So it's about all I can tell you, but I'm having a good time, and can't believe all these cousins and aunts and uncles and everybody's here, and I thank you guys for documenting this.
Okay, and you are? Your name?
I'm Tracy Olsen. I am Orville Olsen's granddaughter from his son Bill Olsen.
And you are?
Ernie Ziegler.
and I married Barbara Olsen, and her dad was Orby Olsen. He grew up on the farm here.
And you are?
I'm Nancy Denton Sippert, and I was named after Nancy and Janice Olsen, who lived here.
Thank you.
My grandfather is Verlin Olsen, so he would have been one of the children from this farm. Farm is, I would come and see Nancy and Janice and looked at all their beautiful party dresses. They had lots of like prom type dresses, and also I was thrilled because I was named after them.
Here's, okay, and who are you?
I'm Nicole Denton. I'm Berlin's great-granddaughter.
Okay, are you ready?
And you are?
I am Janice Olsen. I am Everett's oldest daughter, and I lived in this home, the Olsen home, from the time my grandfather died until I left for college. And we moved here, I think in 1949 or 50. And the only thing I remember is when we moved in here, my mother had the kitchen modernized. I'm not sure when, but very shortly after we moved in.
One of these is Hattie's dress.
Oh, really? So I want to hear what?
All right, watch. The blue dot.
Okay.
This right here.
That is Hattie's dress?
That is Hattie's right
okay.
here. There's more of it.
Oh, is that right?
That was Hattie's dress.
This right here?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Now what do you remember, Mother?
Oh yeah, I could remember.
Did you remember? Was it this one here with the horses? Or the horses? No, the horses isn't, because I patched that piece in. So that's mine. That was
there you go.
I know it.
Isn't that awful? You think you remember these things? Wow. I don't know which one I remembered now. I've been telling so many different stories here.
Oh, dear. I was thinking when I brought it to your house, you said something about this black one with the lamp, but what it is.
Yeah. The only one I can think of is Aunt Lorraine. Maybe that's although they went around here. What reminds you of Grandma?
Do you remember any of the pieces?
This looks like a dress that she wore.
For who? Herself? Or?
I think herself.
Okay.
See, Janice said this was blue dot.
Wait.
What, honey?
Bye.
Oh, give me a hug. Go give her a hug. Bye, sweetie.
See ya. Bye. Bye. See you, big bye. See ya. Who made that?
It was one of Grandma's.
This was Hattie's.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know, she made me one when I got married, and I let the kids sleep on it and wore it
Yeah.
right out.
Well, you know what happened with this? My mom had it, just the top, and then she tied it, a backing, and then she had it folded away and the mice hung in it. So that's why there are a few pieces I put in, an antique fabric, and I patched where the mice were. Took it apart, patched it, and then I had a lady quilt this for me.
That's neat.
And redid it, so, yeah.
Well, I gotta get rid of this.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I'm Jerry Mack, and I'm married to Gail, who is Verlin's granddaughter, and have the connection with the Olsen family that way. We bought several things from the estate when it was sold to the National Park Service. So we have quilts, we have a griddle, we have the actual baptismal certificates. Charles' name on the baptismal certificate is Carl Frederick, which is an interesting thing. Most people didn't know that. The pie safe that we have, he actually has his signature on the end of it. So it's kind of neat. We have his signature. And there are all sorts of stories. My favorite one was Verlin working when they sold the lumber off the field to the west of the barn to pay payments on the farm. He said they had to remove the stumps. And he and his brother at age 10 and 11 were using dynamite, blowing the stumps out of the field, piled some stones on, and actually blew a rock through the wall and roof where his dad was milking cows. So, interesting story. Lots more.
Okay, now, who are you?
Number one grandchild. My dad was Verlin.
Did you fill one of those out?
what else did you say to tell?
Well, you haven't said your name yet since I turned on the tape.
Everett Olsen Denton. And I have a lot of pictures of me because when you're number one, you do.
Yeah.
And he asked me if I had any recollection of the grandma next door, and I've got pictures of me and her. And then Grandma Bramer down the road at the old mill house. I was born on her birthday, so I have pictures of me and her too. Yeah, but I really don't remember when I was too young. You know, I don't know when they died. I'd have to look it up in things I have at home. But I bet maybe I was 4 or 5 when they died. But I don't remember Grandpa Olsen. Evidently he was dead. The one next door, great-grandpa would be, or great-grandpa Bramer, I don't remember. So, and I did come up here and stay for a couple of weeks when I was like, I think, 9 years old. And my happiest memory is riding around the milk route with Janice's father, Uncle Everett. Nobody's listening. He was my favorite uncle. But I really don't have that many memories. The only thing I remember when I stayed out here for 2 weeks is I didn't have many clothes with me. And Grandma sat me down with either the Sears or the Ward's catalog, and she said, pick out a dress. And she made that for me. Wow. No pattern or anything. And I remember that dress just so clearly.
What color was it?
A little stand-up collar. But other than that, they just worked like, so hard to make a living. I remember that clearly, you know.
Do you remember more about the milk route that Everett had?
About the what?
Milk route. Was it the milk from this farm?
No. That's what amazes me now. I think of, where did he get the orange juice? Where did he get the chocolate milk?
Oh, he sold all that?
And we delivered orange juice, chocolate, white milk. And we stopped, I think, if there were party stores in those days. He knew the way to my heart, you know. But he was a jewel. I was so homesick, you wouldn't believe it. And he came to my rescue.
So you would be all day with him?
Yeah, as long as he'd take me, I was there.
But did he sell milk from the farm, or do you think he got it somewhere else?
You know, you don't ask questions when you're that young, but there was some motors started up in the back of that house every morning, I think about 5 a.m. And they were taking that stuff right out the back door and delivering it all along the lake shore around here, and we thought of them as rich people, you know, resort people.
And they made their own chocolate milk, you think?
I don't know. Where in the world did it come from? Now, you should know. It was your dad.
Well, but my dad didn't do that when I was born.
No, I know it. That was before he had probably ever seen your mother eat.
Yes.
Yeah. So anyway, then we used to, we had gone next door at they call it the grandma's house, and Aunt Myrtle and Uncle Si lived there. We used to go and stay, and then when your folks, we went there and visited, and the famous story, there was Janice and Nancy, cutest little girls, and your mother was so gracious. You know, she did everything with flourish. She had us for a meal, and she served her finest china, and she was wonderful.
Can I interject in that?
Oh, yeah.
Because
definitely.
my mother came from Finland. My mother came from Finland, and one of the things is she always believed that the finest china should be used for the family. And every Sunday we had all the finest china and silver. And even the crystal goblets would be what we would drink our milk from. And that was her way of,
That was her way.
it was always the best for the family.
It was just beautiful. Yeah. Such a lovely, lovely couple. Yeah. So, other than that, I don't, I can't remember anything. Isn't much.
Yeah, you liked living here in this house?
Oh, yeah.
What can you tell me about Hattie and Charles, just as parents and people?
Well, they were good people, hard workers. But I think my mom worked the hardest.
Probably, which is one reason we'd like to get her name on the sign out front.
Yeah, well, you know, she had 9 children. She had to keep house too and help with the chores and everything. She was a hard worker.
Yeah, I bet. And I understand she sewed and she did quilting and knitting and crochet and all of that. And Garnet gave me her knitting basket and her nightgown. And when I asked her about her parents, she said that Hattie rarely got angry, and that your dad, even though he worked hard, he always came in and had time to give each child a hug. That's what she said.
Give what?
Give each child a hug.
Oh.
That Charles always took the time to give you hugs. So.
Yeah.
Anything you want to add to that about who they were and?
Well, Dad was a real character.
Oh yeah, good sense of humor.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was always, his kids came first.
Oh, that's good.
So I can't say anything against him.
No, So when you say he's a character, did he pull pranks on people or something?
Hmm?
Did he pull pranks on people if he was a character? What is that? What do you mean by that?
He didn't care what he said.
Ah, okay.
It wasn't that he said anything so bad.
Uh-huh.
You know, some people just can say things and not really mean what they're saying.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And he was one of them.
Mm-hmm.
But his home, that meant a lot to him. Mm-hmm. He built all these buildings.
Mm-hmm. Do you know where your parents are buried?
Mm-hmm.
Where?
Cleveland Cemetery.
Cleveland Cemetery. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
And I have 2 little sisters or brothers buried there too.
Oh, okay. Besides the 9 that we know of?